Hi, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And this point I have managed to fix some problems, especially with creating an order. And but it creates the order, but there's a problem with Kafka, which I have to investigate later. So you can see in the database here I have created an order, and let me go into the order table. This is the order database, and if I was to refresh this one, and if I was to say, let's take a look at it, you see how I've got the database with order line, and then if we check order, we create an order. However, the problem is still 500, and that's because there's a problem with Kafka, which I need to investigate, but not essential at the moment. So in this video I am going to let us take a glimpse and start looking into the front end, which isn't exactly good, but got a lot of work to do over there. But I can show you a few things so that you could so that you understand how far I've come. Okay, now in order to create an Angular project, you can head off to Angular. So if you just go to Google and you type Angular, install Angular, you come to the main page of Angular, yeah? And then you select, let me just say install Angular like this, and then you go into installation, and that's when you come to this page, and you copy this one to install the Angular and just follow the instructions. And what it does, it just gives you the whole package. This is the package.json. You follow the instructions when you create your project. It will ask you what kind of language do you want to use, JavaScript or what. I'm using TypeScript here, and so forth. And then you have your Node modules. You need to, of course, make sure that you have Node installed. I won't go into detail how I got this done, because I'm not a front-end engineer, I'm not a back-end engineer either. I'm just a software tester, so I just do research to get to where I am. But I am gonna show you a few things that I do to get the service from the back end and use the service at the front end. Right, so you get all these dependencies when you install Angular and follow the instructions to create your thing. And then at some point I installed Kicklock and also ng Open API generate or gen. Now Open API gen is used to generate your backend services using your API documentation. Okay, so for me, I've got a lot. I have already generated some, but every time you do an update, you've got to bring it down. Now when I run the script for ng Open API generate, it creates is based on the API. So what I do is I get all the API here and I store it into this folder inside my Angular frontend. I store into this folder, and when that generates what I need, it puts it into a folder called services. Right, and this folder contains basically all the API I'm working with. So I've got cart here, but you can see I've got order here, but all these are old. Okay, let me just run npm ng-serve. Now ng-serve is this one, so npm start basically. So if you see, you can see npm start, and it will be the same thing. I'm just gonna go here. I'm just gonna and this is my my front end, and quite basic. I really don't care how it looks. I just want to be able to do things here and make it function. Now I'm still trying to integrate Keycloak properly so that we can use Keycloaks. Yeah, so what I'm going to show you in this video is how I generate my API. So I'm going to go into each of the service step by step and create a script. Now at the moment I've got script for this one is out. I've got script for order, product, payment. This one have to be out, but I will reuse this. So I need one for cart, I need one for checkout, you got payment, and you know, any other service that has the API I need it for. And the way that I will get there is to get the newest version of the API. So if I say localhost, and in the end I think product is 8484, and if I say yeah, you see 8484 PowerShell version 3 API docs. How am I getting this? Is because in the config server, the setup that we did for the gateway, we've added API docs as well. So for example, there's one setup for the user service. So with this app, the user service app /v3/API docs, that is for, obviously we need to take out the user service because we are using Keycloak. But if I go into something simply like the order service, you see we are indicating here this path. So order service version 3 API docs, that is basically API dash docs, that is basically the API. So if we go back here, this is the product service, I believe. So if we go like this, and we will see, yeah, this is definitely the product service. So this is the big file for the product service, and I believe that we've come far enough to generate this. There probably gonna be updates, but the whole idea is to, I'm going to copy this. Once you've highlighted it and copy, okay, you want to go to the front end, and this will create everything for that particular API. So I'm going to the front end, and then in the API, Open API doc. So you need to make sure that you have Open API installed in your dependency, which I showed you earlier. ng Open API generate, okay. And then when you go to that website, it tells you how to write the script. Okay, so product, I've got product here. I'm just going to paste in the one that I just copied. This is the older version. I'm just going to paste on the newer one. Okay, so I have replaced the older way. Right now, once I generate another one, is going to override what I had, and there's a few things that I need to do in order to make sure that I can get the data onto the website. You can get order and also payment as well, and I'll do it offline, but that's how I do it. And then if we go back to the script, because I already written this the script, it makes it it makes it easier for me to just run it. So I will cover how I will do one for the other service that are in there. Now we reuse the ones that I don't need, so I'm not gonna delete it. So we just updated product. So this is product script, this is product script. Okay, and the script name is API generate flow. So I'm just gonna run it from here because it's easier. So I'm gonna run the pro one, and I'm gonna say yes, run it. And it has done so. And so you can see inside the app folder in services product, and it's updated quite a lot of stuff in product. Now if I go onto my website, if I go to my website, localhost, this one, you can't see anything, not because the server is down or anything, but because I need to add this thing in order for it to be displayed. As you can see, this error is an error trying to div object block only arrays and irritable. I've got a thing that I've written just to fix that problem, but it is fetching the product from the backend. Okay, so that's what I do to generate using it just makes things easier so that you don't have to write everything completely. You know, let me show you. You see, this is what it generates, and it's really good. All these stuff you're gonna have to write it yourself, and you're gonna have to go back and forth to your backend, try to get things correct and have it done. But I do it this way, and you can do it too, right? So because look, all the endpoints are here, all the services, then you know the more, you know, you've got to create interfaces for all the services, all the modules, and the request and the response as well. So it's crazy, right? I'm gonna have to do this in order to make use of them. And Open API Generate will do all this easily for you. So that is what I'm gonna cover for this video. For all the rest of the Avast services, I'm going to pull it here and do it, update everything here, then I'll show you at the end of the video. Unfortunately guys, I've run out of time, so I am going to continue this video in the next one. So thank you for coming back to my channel. Please like my videos if you like them. Any problems, please tell me. If you need me to go over something, let me know. I will do a separate video for it. And if you need me to explain something, I'll try. But otherwise, we continue this video. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, so that it tells me if I'm doing good or not, or if I'm doing worse, right? You can also share your comments in the comments below, and then we can also take it there and talk about it. Okay, thank you for coming back to my channel. See you then.